Hello, welcome back to the Healing Table. I'm Grace.
And I am Julia. Welcome back to the Healing Table.
So today we're going to be talking about letting go of who you thought you'd be. I feel like this is a topic that not a lot of people talk about. I feel like in your lifetime you go through a lot of different things, a lot of different seasons in your life, and growing up you might have a different image of yourself, and which life has a really funny way of really switching everything up. And we wanted to talk about that because I know that sometimes that is something that's really hard for some people, and they just start to give up on themselves or give up on anything good that's coming for the future because they're so set in a image that will not come out in the way that they want it to. So they just downplay themselves or lose confidence within themselves and just become very sedentary in their life. So I want to ask my mom first. Growing up as a kid, what did you think about your life? How did you imagine your life to be? Like, what did you want to be? Where did you want to live if you ever thought of it? Well, what did you want to do? Did you want to be married? Did you want to have kids? Or what timeline or whatever did you think as a kid growing up?
Well, when I was a kid, I imagined I'm going to finish the school, I'm going to be a lawyer, and I want to get out from Sudan, which I did. I'm here. That's the achievement. But I want to get married. That's the thing that I do not want to get married because I lost my dad when I was young and I went through a lot, and I thought marriage is the last thing in my list until my brother forced me to want to marry me off to somebody who was older than my dad, and it changed, what I think. So either way I save what I think, or I have to save those people who don't want to push me away to the way they're thinking who I am. So sometimes you have to decide for the better. If you know that anybody telling you something that is not okay, you're feeling your gut telling you that it's not okay, you have to pray and then let God show you how you're going to resist this thing. Sometimes it's very hard, but you can overcome all this stuff, and you have to let go whatever achievement you did not achieve. Because some people, I know that I have some aunties back home that they were in love with somebody, and that person disappointed them, and they did not marry again until today because they got hurt and they're still hurting. So you have to forgive yourself, and you have to. I know it's not going to be easy because when you thought like, oh, I'm going to be a doctor, and you become something else, you're going to beat yourself up for something that you don't have no control over it. It's life, unpredictable. You can't predict your life. I'm going to be that and you're going to be that. Yes, you can be sometime, but sometimes the love will take you in a different way. And you have to be okay to accept what did you see and what you can do and what you cannot do. Don't push yourself until you lose yourself. Because sometimes we push ourselves so bad that we'll lose ourselves and we don't know who we are. And that will take you to depression. And that will take you to just think like you're not supposed to be in this world. And you question a lot of questions. That's the reason why you have to learn to let a lot of stuff go when you know that you cannot get there. Sometimes when you see your life, you will see what is after a couple of years from now. You will imagine it. But when you get there and you did not achieve it, don't be disappointed in yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Say, well, life happened. I'm still breathing. I can do something else, or I'm gonna try again. Or you just gotta figure it out how to get out from that. Because if you put yourself in one box, and that's the only way you think about only one thing, you don't have plan B or C or A or D, it's going to be difficult. So my suggestion or my advice is, if life put you in different position like that, find a way to get out. Don't stress yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna lose yourself. And I know if you lose yourself, it's gonna be harder for you to come to the person that you are before all that imagination and I know everybody like the good life. I know everybody like to be happy. I know everybody's looking for achievement, but sometimes it doesn't happen. You will try until one day the time coming you will be gone, and you might not achieve anything. And you might try one and two things, and you will achieve everything that you want and even more. And then you have to be grateful. And if you did not have it, be grateful too for your life, because God is still giving you a life to breathe, to go out, to do that.
Every morning I wake up, I always like thank God for giving me another chance to live this life and actually, I guess, find my path and things of that nature. So I think at the bottom line of it all, it's just thanking God that you're even just because you were disappointed yesterday, today's a new day, and thank God that I have another chance to do better or
To do better than yesterday.
better person than yesterday. And I would say for me, a lot of my, I guess, growing up, I first wanted to be America's Next Top Model. Then I wanted to be, I was really liking science and stuff. So I've always been a person who likes science. So I want to do something with science, maybe a doctor or something. So then after I learned that doctors have to be in school for 8 years, I was like, maybe I don't want to be a doctor because school is really kicking my behind right now and it's so much time, whatever. So then whenever it's time to go to college, I went into college as a nursing student. Then whenever I was a nursing student, there's a lot of people in the nursing student, including your professors, that will discourage you. In any path that you take, you might find people who will discourage you. I remember I've had professors previously. I think one time in a class, she was saying basically half of you guys are not going to be here in the next couple of weeks because this is not something you want to say to new oncoming students that are very bright-eyed and want to learn, and actually you want to pour into the future and the kids. And I feel like just off the bat, just discouraging almost half of the class and making them feel like anxious about the class, it also results in a lot of people feeling anxious about the class and not doing well, and their performance will show. And there's been another time where I've taken a chemistry class and I decided to retake it because I wanted to get a better grade in the class, and I got called out by a professor. And this is a really big auditorium type of classroom. And I got called out by a professor and he tried to say that, oh, I was cheating or something.
Yeah,
but there's no, obviously I've taken this class before and I passed. I'm literally just here just to get a better grade. I dropped the course because I didn't like disrespect, and because that just discouraged me. And a lot of things, I think it really comes with the school that I went to, with the teachers and the professors. But a lot of things happened during my whole college career with financial aid, and it's pushing me back. And now I am taking classes at ACC so I can finish up and start my nursing. But I thought that I would be finished a lot earlier. But at the same time, I was also very indecisive in the way that I wanted to pursue my science career, because knowing that this is an investment for a lifetime and knowing that this is an investment, there, like, I could always become a doctor, but am I gonna like being a doctor? Am I gonna like the schooling? And then I started to think about other things. Maybe I'll be a dental hygienist or something, but I know within that job maybe it'll be more lenient. But at the same time, I was thinking more about, if I wanted to excel and do more than just dental hygienists, I would have to go back to school anyways. So then I was like, you know what? Back to nursing. Nursing is the best thing that you could do. Personally, I think so, because there's so many different specializations that you can go into for nursing. So many different ways you can be a nurse. You can travel nurse. You can, and also get your master's and become your PhD in nursing, and just get, there's a lot of different alleyways that you can go through. So now that I'm set in stone, I am very happy, and I'm definitely excelling in my classes right now, especially. And it's because I had to go through all of the stuff that I had been through in order to get to where I want to be, and what I honestly didn't really see my life, I guess, and at the age I am, 25, as a kid, I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be married by 25. I'm going to get my first house at least, and all of these things. And, I'm not there yet. And that is okay, because everybody has their own timing. Everybody has their own journey and their own testimony. within their life. And that's something that I actually had to, I guess, teach myself or become more knowledgeable in that. I think reading the Bible and things of that nature made me feel a lot more calm, make me feel like I don't have to control everything, and you can't really control everything in life. If God wants you to do this, he's gonna find a way for you to focus on that specific path or this specific thing in your lifetime or in your season of your life, so that you can get to where you really are supposed to be aligned to be doing or to do. And hobbies and things are really good way to stress and things. But a lot of this conversation kind of reminded me, I think I was reading Matthew, and it was a parable about one person, I guess, 5 gifts. Parable about the gifts. One person got 5 gifts, the other person got 3 gifts, the other person got one gift. And each one of them went back and multiplied except for the one who was given one. Mm-hmm. And God came back to check up on all the fruit that each person has provided. And the person with one gift buried their treasure or buried their gift under the ground. And he said, "Be gone, you lazy peasant," basically. And when I read that, it really opened my mind to things about that, because the person who's given the 5 gifts, God knows that he can handle those 5 gifts. The person that is given those 3 gifts, God knows that he is good at those 3 gifts, and that's what's going to make fruit. And it's the person with that one gift, he buried it. And I feel like that's another thing that I feel like a lot of people do, is they're given a gift, they don't know what to do
use it
with it. Or
they got mad. They were like, "Why I have only one?"
And they're like comparing theirs to other people. Mm-hmm. And you should never compare yourself to other people, because that person can handle that. If God were to give that one person with that one gift 5 of the gifts, and he can't even handle one, what are they gonna do?
I know.
Seriously. So I think about that one a lot, because that's really what made me feel a lot more comfortable in, I guess, my timeline and things of my life, and just being okay with what God has really presented in my life and everything that I had to go through to be exactly where I am today and accomplish the things that I want to in the near future. So I feel like it's not all bad. I know sometimes people are really sad about, they get really sad about, oh, this person is living their life and this is how I imagined it, me living that life or whatever. And
God has said, don't say I want to be like that person. Mm-hmm. You have to be like your own person. Mm-hmm. So that God can interfere. But if you always say, I want this because somebody is better than me, I want this because God is saying, so that person is that person. This is you. You get this. You have to pull through before you even get there. There's a lot of steps before you get there. Did you even do the step that I give you earlier? You will say no. Then you have to complete this before you go to the next. Yeah. And you always have to be patient. I know what she's saying, but it's really amazing that she reading a lot of Bible those days. And I know the Bible can guide you through a lot of stuff in life. Sometimes when you read the Bible, it speaks to you direct. Mm-hmm. Exactly that thing that you read in the Bible, it's just talking to you. Yeah. But this is life. So whatever she's saying is really great if we can just live our life for ourselves. Mm-hmm. Don't try to be like anybody. See somebody's doing better than you and you're like, oh my God, I wish I was doing better like that person. No, be you. And God is saying what? Be still. Mm-hmm. You have to be still. So whatever is happening around you, be still. Don't be nervous. Don't be angry. Don't be all this kind of stuff, because when you're angry and you do that and you are distracting God from giving you what the next assignment is supposed to come to you.
And you're the one who's prolonging
you're making your progress to be longer because you're not still. Your brain is everywhere. Your body is everywhere. So God doesn't know what to do because you are not still. Your life can happen to you and you will not know what to do. Mm-hmm. But you have to be closer to God so that He can give you a sign what to do next. Mm-hmm. I never imagined that I will have 4 kids. I never imagined that I will just work multiple jobs and I will still be able to take care of my kid. That's all God.
Because if I don't have that power, sometimes I sit by myself and I was like, how did I do 1, 2, 3 all day, every day? Take the kid to school, come and work a little bit, go pick that up, go, do all that. If they have a volleyball game or they have anything, I have to go in it and I never get tired. This is God. Because if me, as a human being, I will be so tired very quickly. But I did that without questioning, without getting mad, without anything. Because I promised God when I have kids, I tell myself and I tell God, I want to raise my child one time. And I even tell my husband, that means that you have to raise your child in the good way. So when they grow up, you will be done. Because if your child in the street or just thinking about alcohol or thinking about the smoking, we as a mother, we don't sleep. Your heart is, you can pray day and night like, God, please save my child every day, every morning, every night. Because everybody has children in this world, they need the kid to be okay. They need it to be happy. So when you're living in this earth, you're living out, God is taking your life, like you're going home, you will know that your kid, they're not going to be suffering. So I promised myself that I want to raise my children one time. My husband knows this. I used to have to go any places or do anything that doesn't involve my kid. Either I was with my kid or otherwise I'm not even there at all. But God bring my dream come true because now my kids are grown up and I think I raised them one time because I don't have to do it over and over and over and over because if your child is not okay, he went in this world way, whatever is happening to him out there is going inside your heart and you're not going to be happy. And you can cry all day and all night and there is no solution. Especially us we're coming from back home to this country here, we don't have help. We do not have resources for mental health or stuff like that. So it's very difficult, but I thank God for everything. Those stuff, and there is a stuff that I wanted to do it, I did not achieve it. I was like, I'm gonna go back to school, and I didn't achieve that. But then God give me alternative. Go to school, get your braiding license, and do this. And I've been doing it since. And nobody can take that away because that's God's direction. I come from different country. I don't know English that well in that time, but I managed this the class and to take the test, and I did. I get a good grade. And that time when 20 years ago, if you don't have a license, they were like, oh, you can do this. You have to have a license. Now they make it easy a little bit, but then you cannot open a salon or braid any hair anywhere without a license. So there is a stuff that you can do in this life that if you did not reach your goal, there is a stuff that you can do between. Where you're gonna go to the goal, or God is gonna say, you know what, you can stay here and you're gonna be okay. Or you can do this and you're gonna make somebody feel better. For example, like this show that we're doing. I've been talking about it for years because I've been helping a lot of kids in my own way. My children all know about it. They know that this house here, the one we're doing, is always full with children. Anybody can come and drop the child here, that will be okay. I will feed them, I will do whatever I have to do. They're going to be happy and everything. And everybody likes to come to Auntie Julia's house. So that's the reason why when I asked my kids and my auntie daughter, they were like, you do this. I think we'll help somebody out there. And that's the reason why we create the healing table. This is not something that I just think about it one time, but it keep, when something it keep coming in your dream all the time, if you do that, even if you change one person's life, it will be better. If this thing is coming over and over and over, you have to revisit that. Because I think that's the thing that God needed to do. It will be better for you than you want to go to different steps before you finish this. So we feel like we're preaching, right? But we are not. So I'm going to give the mic to Grace.
I just think that overall, like I said before, getting bread or allowing for your old self to die, that's nothing that you should be scared of or anything. It doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that you're making space for a new beginning. This is not an end all be all. Just because you didn't get the specific job, didn't get into a specific school, didn't get certain things that you imagine for yourself, there's always something better coming for you. Yeah. Because whatever is, I think it's the saying, what's it called? rejection is redirection, and that is true. That just means that that specific thing was not going to be meant for you, whether it be you might not like the environment in the future or something. It's just it's rejection is protection. That's what
It's protection. Why I say that? Because when you get rejected in your life, you're gonna be a better person. You're gonna be a better version of yourself because you are like, oh, I got rejected by this and that. What do I have to do? But guess what? The way they rejected you, you're gonna be better, 100% better than before. And then that's the way you gotta put one feet, and then the other one is coming, and then don't take a rejection as a failure. Because I know there is a people out there when they got rejected, they got depressed, and they enter to a lot of stuff that they know that they cannot get out of it.
Yeah.
You should be happy when you see somebody is doing good. That's the way God is gonna bless you. But when you're angry because you didn't get there, and you're angry because you got rejected, it's hurt. We are human. When somebody got rejected, it hurt really bad. But they say, you know what? I don't belong to anybody. I don't deserve to respond to anybody. God knows who I am. And if your family don't reject you, you have to put the pause. Yes, it's the family. Yes, everybody love the family. But if they rejected you for a certain kind of way, love them from far away. So you can keep your peace, so you can focus. So God can give you another assignment. Otherwise, you're going to be in circle just like that. You circle yourself and you come and visit this problem. There is a stuff that when we talk about it, me and my daughter last time, there is a stuff that happened to you when you were 2 years old. You're never going to forget. There is a stuff that happened to me. I was young. I can't forget it. Some people are like, oh, this person grow up is supposed to forget. No. I cannot forget. I forgive, yes, but I will never gonna forget because whatever, any situation that you go through, your brain is gonna go take you back and revisit that. So you're gonna revisit this thing over and longer you're still breathing. You're never gonna forget that. I know you can forget. I know you can be a different person. I know you can pretend whatever you can do, but that thing is still gonna be going there. When anything hit you a little bit, everything is gonna come back to life, and you have to know how to control it. Because if you do not know how to control it, you can be depressed. And this is the truth. I know our South Sudanese people or our Africa in general, they don't believe in depression, but that thing is real. It's real. When you grow up, you see stuff that some of them you didn't realize how bad it is until you grow up, and you are like, oh my God, is it this thing is happening to me and I did not know, and all this is, and it will make you even more depressed. So let me say, from 3 years old child, they will never gonna forget what happened to them when they are children, when they are babies. So that's the reason why depression is there. And you can revisit time, but you only have to know how to control it. This life is not perfect.
It was never supposed to be easy.
It's not easy. It's not perfect. And they can destroy you to pieces if you're not strong. But you have to be strong. I know that there is a lot of our young generation, they're still looking for the way to live their life, the way to be successful, the way to be happy. Be patient and pray a lot and put God first so that He can show you the way. And if you get rejected by anyone, just put it as another way God will want to push you to be in the higher position. Because rejection is protection. Rejection is power. When the people see you less, you're always gonna rise. So accept it. Accept the rejection. It hurt. I'm not gonna say it's not hurting.
Yeah.
It will hurt to the core. Sometimes you can't even breathe out. I can be rejected just like that. It hurt. But you have to find a way to accept it. Because if you don't accept it, it can destroy you to a pieces that nobody can put it together. If you destroy yourself to the pieces, it's very hard for anybody to come from anywhere to put you together. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be a hard work, and it might not even be possible to put you together the way you are before. So before you broke to pieces, you have to figure it out who you are and what the situation you're in and what you're going to do about it. So that's going to be the advice that I'm giving to those youth, because for me, I went through a lot of stuff like that. But I always to go through it all the time. I have to sit down by myself and I have to tell myself that I am better than this. And even though they say that this, but I know I am better than this. And I'm gonna become better than that. When I was coming here to America, I was told that I'm never gonna come here by my family. Even though the day that I'm traveling, I did not tell anybody. I only tell 2 people. Because they're thinking, how are you gonna go there? You wanna take your kid there, how are you gonna take your kid there? Who do you think who you are? But I am determined. God has said, you're gonna go there and believe in God. And here we are. So believe in God because He will show you the way. He will tell you step by step what to do first, second, what to do that. You believe in Him. When you get up every morning, thank Him for just giving you a breath to breathe that day. Because imagine there is a people that sleep, they never wake up. There is a people in the hospital, they don't know how to sleep peacefully, how to walk, how to do anything. But you're here, you have your feet, you have your eye, you have everything. You have to thank God for it because He can take it out just like that. And you can be nothing. They say from dust to dust, He can do that in 5 seconds and your life will be over. So we have to thank God, and then we have to accept the rejection. We have to accept a lot of the stuff that happened to our life. Sometimes it makes us to be stronger. So as always, just put in your mind that everything that I'm going through, that's the season for that time. It's that day. Pray. I'm telling you, prayer is powerful. If you pray on your heart, God is going to change that thing to become a happiness. From sadness to happiness. From the difficulty to the solution. And from no job to find a job. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to give the mic to Grace, and Grace, you can add something into it.
Well, I think it's honestly everything that we wanted to speak about this topic. I feel like we covered a lot of stuff that was really good, and I just hope that people really do take in what we say. We're just really trying to relate in a way with you guys as well, because we know that this is just something that everybody experiences in this lifetime, and we know sometimes how hard it is firsthand, not necessarily becoming what you imagined as a kid for your life, and just being able to be okay with that, and just growing up and hearing this if nobody else has told you or had that conversation with you. If you feel like you've thrown away your life or whatever, you still have more life to live, so your life is not gone unless you're dead. You're still going to be everlasting life with Jesus and God in heaven, but as of your flesh, you still have it and it's still intact. That means you can still get up every morning and still work towards whatever it is you want to do.
So for the new generation out there, this is me, Auntie Julia, telling you this. As you plan your life, you're going to take a lot of rejection, a lot of manipulation, a lot of stuff that is going to happen to you. And if you guys watch this show, the video, first of all, let me say Happy Good Friday tomorrow. Yes, Happy Good Friday. And also, if you guys need us to come live to discuss about any video that you guys like, me and Grace, please send us a comments so we can read them, and then we can come live. And what time you need us to come live so we can discuss whatever you need us to discuss in TikTok live. Or you have any question that you want to ask, please send us some comments, DM us, and then we will take it from there. Also, please share like the video, just repost it. That will help us to go further, because I know that this information is going to help a lot of people out there, and we need it to reach to everybody in the corner to get to